Hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Call of the Wild video. Now today's video is going to be a selection of highlight clips from the past couple of days, starting off here on Te Arawara where we are looking at a herd of feral goats with not one but two level 5s in there. Now, unfortunately, the first level 5 is a guaranteed troll with an estimate of only up to 204. But this second level 5 that we're looking at here has an estimate of up to 227, and he has a particular twist in his horns that to me look like they would make diamond based off of what I've seen in the past. Now, level 5 feral goats are really one of the animals that trolls the most. They're up there with level 5 male Gemsbok. They troll so often. And honestly, it's been a long time since I shot a diamond feral goat. Because quite often you'll see these level 5s like this, and I honestly saw a level 5 the other day that had an estimate of below 200 for its top estimate. And they just troll, and it's so sad because they are one of the most impressive looking diamonds in the game, in my opinion, with these huge horns. And I was about to line up to take a shot on this guy when he decided he was also going to lie down, the same as the other level 5. So I had to move around here to get him to go alert, and unfortunately he did actually go to alarmed. So I took a little bit of a quicker shot than I perhaps should have, but I managed to actually line that up and get a heart shot just before he was going to take off and flee. So I was really happy with that because I didn't want to go tracking this guy for ages, only for him to be a troll, as the feral goats do like to troll so much. But he did end up being a diamond, a 211.80 diamond, when 208.70 is the diamond requirement. And he is actually pretty big on the weight as well, at 49.5 kg. So he's only 0.5 kg off of max weight, and a really nice looking dark brown diamond feral goat. Now for this next clip we are here on Yukon Valley and we are once again looking at plains bison. So in front of us there is actually a melanistic plains bison bull, and across the lake, you may have just seen me pan to it through the scope, there is a leucistic female. So I managed to make a quick shot on this melanistic bull before he actually turned away there, and then I pan back across to shoot this leucistic female. Now I was out here looking and hoping to find a leucistic male, so it is a shame that to find two rares at the same lake, that the bull was one rare that I already had for male plains bison, but the female was one that I need as a male. So it was kind of unfortunate how that worked out. I still just want a leucistic male so that I have my complete collection of rare bison bulls, but I'm still happy to find two rares at the same lake. It's still pretty cool. And yes, plains bison rares aren't the most extremely rare of rares, but it is always cool to see two like that at the same lake. And I'm not going to tax this male melanistic right now. I might do in the future, but I'm not entirely sure where I'd actually put him at the moment, so I'll just put him in my saved harvests for now. But this is the leucistic female, and I so wish this had been a male, but unfortunately it is just a little female. But still, it is a leucistic, it is a rare, and still a cool find, and still cool to see two rares at the same lake like this. Now for this next clip we are here on Vahonga Savannah, and you may see there I was getting a warning call from a warthog. Now, I normally don't pay attention to warning calls unless I'm tracking something specific, but this time the warning call came from something pretty cool, because as you can see, there is a level 5 warthog. Now, he is the small tusks, and after chasing him around a bit and lions chasing him around a bit, I finally got him into this spot where I could finally get a shot. And I did take a very risky shot there as he was actually turning, but I was pretty confident that I could get through to vitals with the M1 at that angle, because the M1 is just so powerful against these guys. I've shot them at risky angles before and it's been totally okay, and seeing as this guy was small tusks, he could have been a troll, so I was just like, okay, I've tracked him for quite a long way now. I saw that shot opportunity, it was there for a split second, and thankfully it paid off. You can see the vital blood spatter on the ground, but that second shot didn't even get time to reach him before he died. I only thought about putting that second shot in there, seeing as he turned and gave me a perfect broadside shot. But he is a diamond at 58.90, so really not a very big diamond at all. As I said, he is the small tusks, but he is another diamond warthog for the lodge. Now, recently I've been coming down to visit the Gemsbok hotspot again on a lot of servers in search of a male that will actually make diamond. However, on this server I found something completely different. I found a level 5 female Gemsbok, and not only that, but in the same group, a level 4 dark female Gemsbok, which to me looked like it was going to make diamond. And I was actually recording to actually shoot that dark female when I spotted the level 5 female in the same herd. And level 5 female Gemsbok are nearly all the time max weight and max score. And I have two that I've shot previously that are both max weight and max score, but they're really not a common sight. And honestly, every time I see them, I get so excited. You know that you're looking at a potentially incredible trophy. And I was just trying to get an angle on her there that I thought that I would be able to safely get into a lung, because I really didn't want to take too much of a risky shot on an animal that you know has a very good chance at being max weight and score. But I saw here as she was quartering to that I could get a shot in there, get a single lung, and hopefully drop her. Now, I did not see where she ran off to, so I'm desperately spotting around here hoping to see her go down, but I could not see her anywhere. But when I checked the hunting pressure, there was hunting pressure, so I knew she had. And she really hadn't actually gone that far, just up the slope a little bit. And I was just trying to get a nice background here to actually get a screenshot of the harvest screen, and unfortunately there wasn't really any sky, so I went with her fur as a background. But yep, another level 5 max weight, max score female Gemsbok. That is as big as these guys can possibly get. That is an awesome trophy. And all that was going through my head at this point as well was how much I wanted to get down that level 4, because I really, really, really like getting fur type diamonds. And if this had been the dark female as well, that would have been awesome. But I was pretty confident that that level 4 looked big enough to make diamond. So I was recording this and I was thinking, okay, so I've got this amazing level 5, and now what I need to do is back off again, let them come back, and then hopefully we'll get that level 4 down. And that's exactly what I did. And I have to mention that this was in the nick of time, because as I took the shot on this level 4 female as she came back, I noticed that the host had actually come down to the same lake and was starting to follow me. So I literally got this shot off in the nick of time. So yeah, there she is, and let's try and get a shot at her, try and get her away from all the other ones. Thankfully, she turned and walked away there, and I was hoping that she would actually stop and turn to drink there, but she actually ended up coming back towards me a little bit. But the size of those horns, and with an estimate of up to 347, she definitely had a really, really good shot at making diamond. And I love the dark fur type for Gemsbok. It is so beautiful. It is just stunning with all the shades of like brown and black on their fur. Absolutely stunning animals. But my gosh, she is absolutely huge. And honestly, I just couldn't believe it. I've been wanting to get a different fur type diamond for Gemsbok for a long time. I had a few different fur types for them on the Xbox, but on PC all I was getting was commons and greys. And managed there to get that small male to move out of the way, and managed to put a really solid double lung shot into her. And as you can see, as the spotting goes away as she falls over, she really did not go anywhere. And oh my gosh, I was crossing all my fingers that this would make it. What a beautiful looking animal. And again, nowhere really to get a nice trophy shot against the sky, so I'm going with the fur of the animal, and she is a diamond dark Gemsbok, 345.70, so near the top end of her estimate. Just gorgeous diamond Gemsbok. Honestly, one of my favourite diamonds I've shot recently. Absolutely stunning looking animal. Now, of course, this isn't a super rare or anything, this is just a different fur type, but it is so cool to get either beige or dark diamond Gemsbok, and I am so thrilled to add this to my trophy lodge, and for it to be in the same herd as that max weight and max score level 5 female. It was just awesome. Now, moving on to the next clip, and we are here on Quattro Calinus, and I found something that I have been looking for ever since Red Deer got their true racks. That right there is a Piebald level 7 red stag. And I have specifically said I wanted a level 7 rare because the level 7 racks are my favourites. And I was stalking over to this guy's zone when he actually ended up charging towards me. I guess he got spooked by wolves. I checked very quickly to make sure there wasn't another player in the area that had spooked him off, and thankfully there wasn't, so I assume it was wolves. But oh my gosh, what a stag! And he's not perfectly even either. He has two different antlers, but they weirdly fit together and it just looks awesome. And for that to be the rack that this guy had, to have that uneven but almost fitting together rack was just perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. And I couldn't believe my eyes actually finally seeing this animal. I was just so excited. And I managed to get him to go alert there. Oh my gosh, he's so beautiful. I managed to get a shot before he decided to take off again. Now, he was doing that weird thing where animals will sort of move around in place. It started happening when Rancho came out for me. I've seen it a lot more since then. But I was worried that might have meant that I missed his vitals, but I did manage to clip a single lung, which was just so good. And you can see him on the ground, that is just such an impressive rack. I love the level 7s. I've always said that I wanted a level 7 rare, and I finally got one. What an awesome stag. So I want to pick him up before too much could go wrong, and yes, a gold piebald red stag. What a beast at 200.90. Just look at that. And hopefully you guys can see what I mean about it's two different antlers, but they kind of work together. It doesn't look that far-fetched, as in it could be a deer that grew like this, with just the one side having like extra points. But what a beast of a stag. I still can't believe I got this guy. I am absolutely ecstatic. That is honestly one of my favourite harvests in a long, long time, and he will definitely be a centrepiece animal in the main trophy lodge. Now, this next animal was at the next lake on that same server. It's actually a level 5 mouflon with a really good estimate, actually, 177 to 201. Now, I wouldn't necessarily include every diamond mouflon I shoot, but I really just thought that I had to include this considering it was literally the next lake that I went to, and this was a really good size level 5. He was a 183.30 diamond, so definitely a really good size diamond ram as well. Just after getting that stag, it was just perfect. And now for the final animal of this video. I was here on Medved hunting wild boar when I picked up this melanistic disturbed veg, and when I checked the map, it was a 12 to 14 kg melanistic male musk deer. Oh my gosh, I started to immediately panic because these are exceedingly rare. These are up there with like melanistic fox and red deer. They are so rare, and it was the only rare for musk deer that I didn't have, and it's a male as well. So I have a piebald male, an albino male, and if I could get this, I would have a melanistic male. And being 12 to 14 kgs, I was hoping he'd be big enough to make gold. And after a long track of not actually being able to see this guy because of the thick brush, I finally got my eyes on him. And now, actually, trying to tell whether it was the melanistic at night was hard. The only reason I knew it was the same one was going off of the tracks and the weight, and then looking at him and seeing that he was fleeing. I assumed this had to be the right one, considering it was the only musk deer I could see fleeing. And then it was just a point of trying to get a shot through these trees. And all the while I'm panicking because this is in multiplayer and I've crashed a lot recently, and the last thing I wanted to do was crash on a melanistic musk deer. I cannot stress how rare these things are. They're just, I have seen more melanistic foxes posted than melanistic musk deer, especially than gold potential melanistic musk deer. Now, when I was looking to shoot this guy, I could not remember what the scores were for musk deer, what the requirement was to make gold. That was not even in my head. I was just like, please can this be a decent size, and please can I actually get it down before anything can go wrong. And I could see him walking away through the trees, and I was trying to get an angle on him, which is so hard when it's at night and you're trying to find something that's melanistic. It literally has the perfect camouflage for blending in with the darkness. So I was running around here trying to get him to go alert and turn towards me, literally just going off of the spotting outline. I couldn't make out any other features of this guy at this point. And he finally turned and gave me a shot. Now, I thought I was so confident that I messed that up. I felt like I messed it up, but thankfully it was a good shot and he dropped. I took that shot just because I didn't want to lose him and I took it too quick. I know I did, but thankfully it paid off. And just look at this guy. Melanistic musk deer. And not only is it a melanistic musk deer, it's a male, and it's a male that made gold. This is one of the coolest trophies I have ever shot. This is rarer than a great one, like, by far. You do not see these ever. And I just couldn't believe it. Honestly, it's been one of my dream animals. I love the musk deer, and getting a melanistic has always been like, oh, I'd really love to do that, but will it ever actually happen? And I just can't believe how this worked out. Had I not been down there hunting wild boar and just picking up every track I saw, I probably would have never found this guy. I just cannot believe it. I am so thrilled. And he's such a good size as well at 186.30. Make no mistake, this is such an incredibly rare animal. And I am so thrilled. He's going on a full body mount somewhere in the main trophy lodge in Pride of Place because oh my gosh, this is a dream animal. And I'm so lucky that that shot actually was okay. I took it, I just felt like I had the shot and I took it and then I thought, oh my gosh, was that low? But it was actually really, it was perfect. It was a double lung, which is exactly what I wanted. And oh my gosh, what a cool looking animal. And you can probably hear the excitement in my voice. It was only a couple of hours ago I shot this, and I'm still in shock. I still can't believe it. Honestly, one of the coolest things I've ever found. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. A few less trophies in this one, but a couple that are really incredibly special to me, especially this little melanistic right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.